How do I properly handle antique clock weights and pendulums? If you own an antique clock, you might be wondering how to properly handle its weights and pendulums. This is an important topic, as these components are delicate and requiring careful attention. Let's break down the steps to ensure you preserve your clock's condition and functionality. First, always remove the pendulum before moving or handling the clock. The pendulum is attached by a thin suspension spring at the top, which can bend or break easily. To remove it, gently lift the pendulum rod so the brass suspension spring clears its bracket. Then, carefully lower the pendulum so the large brass bob passes through the crutch, which is the slotted part it swings through. If you feel resistance, avoid pulling. Instead, gently sway it side to side until it frees without twisting the rod. Once free, lift the pendulum off its hook and store it in a padded box or wrap it in bubble wrap to protect it from damage and tarnishing. Next, let's talk about the clock weights. These are often heavy and connected by cables or chains. Before removing them, it is advisable to wind the clock fully. This reduces slack in the cables or chains, lowering the risk of tangling or damage. Once wound and hook each weight carefully. It is helpful to note their original positions, such as left, center, and right, by labeling them. Wrap each weight individually in foam or bubble wrap to prevent scratches or dents during handling or transport. Store them securely in a separate container or box. If your clock has chains or cables attached to the weights, secure these with zip ties or twist ties. This prevents them from tangling or catching on other parts during movement. When handling the pendulum and weights, avoid touching the metal surfaces directly with bare hands. This can transfer oils or contaminants that may cause tarnishing or corrosion. Wearing cotton or nitrile gloves is a good practice. During transport or storage, make sure the pendulum and weights are kept separate from the clock body. Cushion them well to avoid impact damage. For the clock itself, secure the movement by placing soft, non-acidic packing materials inside the case. This helps prevent internal parts from shifting. If your clock has removable glass panels or doors, take them out carefully. Wrap them separately to avoid cracking or chipping. To summarize, the key steps for properly handling antique clock weights and pendulums include carefully removing the pendulum without twisting, fully winding the clock before removing weights, labeling and wrapping weights individually, securing chains or cables, using gloves to avoid tarnishing, and packing all parts separately with cushioning. These practices help maintain the clock's condition and value while preventing damage to its delicate components.